In a jaw-dropping segment on The Daily Show, Jon Stewart did not hold back as he tore into Meghan Markle's latest attempt at image redemption through Netflix's Season 2 of Harry and Meghan. With his trademark sarcasm and razor-sharp wit, Stewart hilariously and unapologetically dismantled what he called a masterclass in self-importance and tone-deaf storytelling. But behind the jokes was a brutal truth that's becoming harder for the public to ignore. Meghan Markle's PR machine is failing, and the world is no longer buying what she's selling. While the first season of the Netflix docuseries drew massive attention, much of it was built on drama, victimhood, and a constant rehashing of the same narratives: racism, the royal family's coldness, and the tabloid press. But Season 2, released with much less fanfare, seems to be doubling down on self-pity and revisionist history. Stewart called it content so disconnected from reality, it makes reality TV look like Frontline. And he's not wrong. From the start of the new season, Meghan paints herself yet again as a misunderstood outsider who simply wanted to modernize the monarchy and spread kindness. Yet viewers are beginning to notice a glaring inconsistency. The woman who claims to crave privacy is now aggressively producing content that centers entirely on herself. As Stewart sarcastically put it, she left the royal family because of media intrusion, and now we have Season 2 of a documentary about that very decision? There's a growing fatigue with the Markle brand of activism, a polished, filtered version of feminism where Meghan is always the heroine. Stewart mocked one particularly cringeworthy scene where Meghan compares her struggles in the palace to global movements of injustice. It's like watching someone trip over their ego and blame the ground for being jealous, he joked. But the truth behind the laugh is sharp. Viewers are waking up to the possibility that Meghan's narrative is more performance than reality. One of the most glaring criticisms Jon Stewart and other commentators have raised is the lack of balance in Meghan's storytelling. The docuseries often edits out context, ignores counterarguments, and only presents interviews with people who support Meghan's version of events. Royal insiders, longtime staff, and even neutral observers are noticeably absent. As Stewart said, "It's not a documentary. It's a PowerPoint presentation on why Meghan is never wrong." If Meghan truly wants to be taken seriously as a truth-teller and advocate, why not include the full picture? Why avoid uncomfortable questions about how staffers accused her of bullying? Why not address the alleged PR smear campaigns against Kate Middleton and other royals? This leads to an important question for viewers. Do you believe Meghan is telling the full truth, or just the part that flatters her? Backhand index pointing right, comment below with your thoughts. Another point Stewart didn't miss: Meghan's increasing hypocrisy. After claiming she and Harry left the royal life to escape the spotlight, the couple signed multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix, Spotify, and Penguin Random House, all aimed at monetizing their royal experience. In one stinging remark, Stewart quipped, "They said they didn't want to be defined by their titles, so they dropped them on a podcast, a documentary, and a memoir, all in the same month." It's not just Stewart noticing the contradiction. Former fans are speaking out, questioning why a couple so adamant about privacy constantly courts the media. The latest Netflix season even features staged, private moments that feel anything but authentic. So we ask, can you really criticize the media while using it to stay relevant? Or is that just strategic hypocrisy? Backhand index pointing right, let us know what you think. Interestingly, Meghan Markle once enjoyed overwhelming support from American audiences. Her tale of a biracial American woman entering the British monarchy seemed like a fairy tale for the modern age. But polls show a sharp decline in public support, especially after the release of Harry's memoir Spare and the repeated airing of grievances. Jon Stewart's takedown reflects this shift. Once seen as a sympathetic outsider, Meghan is now often viewed as manipulative, controlling, and overly media-savvy. The Netflix series only fuels the fire. Critics have labeled it self-indulgent, out of touch, and even emotionally manipulative. This raises another burning question. Has Meghan Markle lost the public's trust for good? Backhand index pointing right, drop your answer in the comments. Jon Stewart closed his segment with a brutal observation. "This isn't real life. It's PR therapy dressed up as noble suffering." And perhaps that's the best summary of Meghan Markle's ongoing public campaign. With every documentary, podcast, and press release, she attempts to rewrite her story. Sometimes at the expense of truth, fairness, and the dignity of others involved. The danger of this tactic is that it eventually collapses under its own contradictions. You can't be both a private citizen and a media mogul. You can't preach humility while demanding the spotlight. And you can't call for reconciliation while silencing opposing voices. Jon Stewart didn't just destroy Meghan Markle for laughs. He exposed the deeper cracks in her carefully crafted image. His satire pulled back the curtain on what many now believe is a PR strategy disguised as vulnerability. And as the Netflix cameras keep rolling, one has to ask, is Meghan Markle trying to heal or just trying to rebrand? Backhand index pointing right, join the conversation in the comments. Would you watch season 3? Or are you over the royal drama? If you found this article insightful, hit the like button, subscribe for more real takes, and don't forget to share your opinion below. Let's keep the conversation real.